here, when you have the options here to put things into your page, and I think I've just shown you how to do a text, and I think people have really done well. They've gone images, they've done so many other things have already been tried out, which is lovely. Slideshow, which I think most of the people want to put on their websites as a gallery of photographs. You could just do a slideshow and just drag that onto your page. And it just allows you what kind of a slideshow do you want. All you have to do is just pick up, like let's say this is the style I want, continue, and I just have to drag or upload the photographs I want to put them there. And I have a lot of photographs because I do web design day and night here, and probably we've got many pictures available. They're not at all related to what Homes is about. We have pictures about sports. I'm just going to pick up these and say open. They're going to individually upload. And they just come up. And once I just say save, and that's it, the slideshow is done. You're not doing anything more than that. Yeah. And just say save. That's the slideshow on the page, and it'll automatically, it has the settings, and it's going to show up the images for you. Sorry. Yeah, it's there in the handout. It's in the handout. And you can say edit or spacing, speed. What do you want to set up about your slideshow? Just the information is there. Sometimes you want to give individual captions to image once you've added, individual captions on the top. Yeah, that's usually, that fading out feature. Most of the slideshows you see, there's a transparent box on to put that title to your page, just like you had for your, I think, your main banners also. You have the text you can write on top of it. So that's what captions would do. You can set up the spacing, speed, and any links you want from those. It's like, individual images, you want to link them individually to a respective page or website, you could do that. Here, embed code. I don't know how many of you can do that. But custom HTML, this is the page where you would be putting any code which you have directly. It could be a YouTube embed. You want to put in? Yeah, you can actually, that's what I'm saying. HTML is that you want to put in any extra code. That could be any feature you've seen in another website which you really like, and you want to bring that in here. You can actually put that code out here by. Would they have that feature in this sample template?
Yes, like for the Google Calendar, for example, if you're using formatting the dates, you go to Google Calendar, hit the code, paste it in here, and it will come up as the calendar. It will show up as the calendar.
Yeah, I mean, like even YouTube, well, there is a link for putting YouTube videos, but if you were looking at
if you have, for example, a Flickr account, where you have lots of pictures of a community event or a fun day or something, and then the folder itself will, you can have a HTML code you can copy and paste, and it will show the pictures, kind of slideshow, which are from.
Usually they give you a code, isn't it? So you could just put. Most of the websites give you a code, so I could just copy this and paste there, and it's linked. This will go onto the websites, right? So. That's the feedback they're giving you. They would probably prefer to have that. I think he's still building up that.
No.
what he's trying to say is that he has his own video on the web. I have understood what you're saying. What he's saying is that if, let's say, on their template, let's say if this is their template they're working on, and now I have dragged a video from here.
And let's share that one on YouTube, the other way around.
He doesn't want to share it on video. He just wants a share option so that he can actually.
I don't think it's this one because we can set the see the thing with Weebly because the reason why it's so simple is because it's designed and you can't customize too many things. So for example, if you look at one of the page and like a picture, and then you can't put a sticker or something saying it's a new picture on top of it because it's already designed to be simple. Yeah.
There are limited options basically that the template has got.
That's what makes it.
Yeah, I think it's again the point is coming. It's for end users, so they're not expecting them to have a lot of codes to copy and paste. But yes, you could have that feature is there. So if somebody is experienced, you could bring in that code how to do that. So maybe you want to do that as an embed HTML, you know. I'll try to send you a few links if I can for. If you let me know what features do you want and you want specific codes for that, then probably we can, yeah. So that's how you do a custom HTML. Search boxes are here if you want them anywhere else on the page. Otherwise, that option, they don't have that on their demo websites, but if you go to design, these are the options available on the design panel. You could change the theme of your website. You want to have search box, yes or no. You want to social icons, yes or no. And whether you want the phone number to be displayed at the top of the website. But I think the demo website doesn't have these three.
No.
They.
With your free account. So at the moment you're working on a free account, but we'll make the payments and everything following this training next week. Then we'll email it to you. The URL for your estates.myhackney.org, and that will be a paid account. So you will have all the features, like on the front page, for example, the slider, the pictures that slide automatically. That's a paid feature. So you will have access to those paid features from next week.
And I don't think so. They will be using this feature because they're going to work on a template. Is that right? Which would be created for them. But in this case, anyways, there's change themes, and you can actually choose a template from here. What theme do you want to work? Try.
I think the good thing with Weebly compared to other ones is like if you choose a theme, complete your website, and then you say, okay, you know what, 3 months, 6 months later, you want to make website look a little bit different. All you do is just go and choose a new theme, and it changes everything, puts it in its place.
In its own places by automatic. That's the concept. It's like changing a skin. You don't have to do anything. It's a computer to work out everything else. And
particular kind of an e-look website, and it's
standard ones, so that's on there. There's not ones that you can do yourself and you see. That's just the ones that's on there.
yeah. But then there is a color codes to play around with. Does that, like you can choose a theme, but then still have some flexibility to work with different color modes, whichever you want to work with. So it's like right now it's giving me it's a preview I am on. I've not changed it. I'm just trying it out on my website, right? And I am just seeing which color is the best one, which I would want to go with. Does that?
Until you click save.
Until unless I say choose, and yeah, because I just clicked on preview and
it's on the projector. It's on the screen. It's on the last bit.
Okay, sorry. It's because I moved. Sorry. So change themes, and you could change the colors, and you can choose by what are popular, what is recently being used. Again, you have the styles, large image, simple, sleek. There's a list to pick up from. So you could just choose which one do you want to work with. You just asked this question that, these are existing themes. there is an import theme option as well. You could go on internet, buy your own theme if you like, and
Will Hackney agree to that?
Yeah, because it's just a theme. It's not I think it's not it's but the theme. I mean, as long as it's not like with some pictures that should that could like
I think it's
relatable
indecent,
political
or I think we
parties.
understand all that. So it's
If we wanted to, okay, let's say we wanted to purchase our own theme.
Yeah.
Is that at the TRA's own cost?
But I think they have extensive
Yeah,
list of themes, which the only from my experience, there are lots of companies nowadays that do Weebly-based themes,
yeah,
and
free as well, isn't
and,
it?
and free ones, and then there are paid ones which are really nice and flashy and all those things. But I think it's kind of more for businesses that want to sell their products, optimize, and
Yeah, it's more to commercializing.
yeah.
Your business is like your organization is not commercializing. I think those themes are more relevant for commercializing, where I would be probably working with Nike, and I don't want to go with anything recent, and I really want to go for custom made theme which actually can talk my business. So that's where it's worth putting in that money. But what I'm saying is there's an option that you could import another theme which you don't like here. There's an option to import a theme in the first place. Yeah, it's just a zip file which you're probably going to bring in. And there are many websites. If you Google, you'll find Weebly free themes and Weebly paid themes. You can actually search through. But I think there are good enough themes here as well, and they're quite. But according to me, all these themes are going to be more suitable when you have the relevant images. Like this image probably is more based on, you might like this theme, but it's basically because of that graphic at the back, and you would have to need that kind of a graphic for your estate or your association to be able to do that. So yeah, there's so many themes available which you can actually have a look and change. So there's the design section actually takes you through the changing of the theme and colors and play around with. And there's an option to say you can edit an HTML. If I'm in custom, if I'm there, then I can say edit HTML and CSS. Again, I don't think so. It's going to be used by all of you. But if any one of you has the HTML and CSS skills, you can actually, like the color, you don't like the color scheme, but you know HTML and CSS, you just go there and you change the color there. That's very, the color option is not, the color I like is not in that list. So you could just go and edit HTML and CSS and just change that. I don't know whether that flexibility will be anyways allowed, because you would be having an apprentice or volunteer. I don't know.
We want to keep it as simple as possible, because accidentally you delete some of the code and you won't realize it, for example, until you go back on one of the page, and and then it will just kind of cause a little bit of a chaos. So I think to start with, it's kind of a unique project which I've done my research, and I couldn't come across like where we have launched so many websites. So we have about 70 plus different groups we're working with.
Okay.
And we're giving websites to each of them. Every time I mention to someone, it's like, what? So many websites? Like no one has kind of done it at
a project that scale.
So it's kind of a unique project. So we want to keep it at the moment as simple as possible, and then if you have feature requests or things like that, let us know, and then we can kind of look into it and.
Yeah, I think that's more easier. Like if people have unique requests, they can just email back, and then they can see how that can be met, basically. So that's your design options, where you will be able to change your color and themes and fonts. You can set up your fonts for each part of your page, titles, hyperlinks. What do you want? That's your throughout to play around with fonts. I think she wanted to find out about fonts. I've forgotten her name. That young lady at the back. You wanted to find out about fonts, isn't it? So I'm just saying that the fonts option is there. You can actually change the fonts for the whole website.
Oh,
yeah, so that's there. That's in design option. You can actually change the fonts for a specific thing or for the whole website you like. Yeah. And you've already looked into pages and you've looked into build. Now it's time for you to ask questions. That's how I think it's
Mobile optimization.
That's here. The mobile optimization, sorry, the view, these websites are already mobile optimized. That means they will be able to, it automatically is responsive. All you have to do is just look at the mobile. This is your desktop view, and I just look at mobile view. It will show you how your website looks on a mobile. So it will alter itself for a mobile or a tablet automatically. So that's a built-in feature you are getting. It's already responsive. You're not going to do anything else or extra for, yeah.
For Apple and
Android. I mean, yeah, the symbol here says it's you are viewing it in Apple iPhone or your an Android. So a different type of a phone. But when I say responsive, I was trying to say that it covers the whole platform. It has already taken into care both the platforms available in the market, and your website will automatically get uh, visible, viewable on both of them. So it's responsive. So all you're doing is just putting the contents in, and actually your websites, yeah, there's no technical intervene required that, okay, my website's not going to work on a mobile, it's actually going to work on a mobile straight away. Yeah?
like 5 years ago, like building a website was out of reach for most people that didn't have any technical skills. So
Yeah.
kind of brought down the barriers to set up your website.
Yeah. So it rescales the whole website and takes out the I think relevant information away.
And I think just recently they've launched iPad editor, so you can edit all these things on an through an iPad or tablet device as well, which they didn't have before. I think it's just recently launched, but I would still suggest it's best to do it on a desktop. It just gives you a much better view
Yeah. I mean, you can work on this. I mean, usually we suggest that because the spec is higher on a machine, so you usually choose that machine to edit. But I think this works on a laptop perfectly. Tablet also. I've tried opening it on a tablet.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, laptop is fine. I think it's the only concern is the iPad with minimum requirement. But yes,
If you make a
small change.
small change like a meeting time, for example, instead of 6:30 to 7:30 p.m., you can go on an iPad or tablet device and change it.
Straight away.
That's fine. Yeah.
But I think if it's up images uploading and all that, then probably the desktop version is the best way to upload. Do you have any questions? We're still thinking. I think they've just got so hooked on to doing it now that they are not even, half of them are still not listening because I think they're just doing. I know, I can understand. That's the whole idea of giving a demo, that you're busy trying out different things. But I think we are going to keep this demo site available for them, isn't it? For a
So we'll be able to log in
with the numbers you have on your sheets.
How would you like it? I mean,
How long?
to set up